All right, let's take a look at another pretty cool middleware. As we know, our client sends a request to the server. All right, so that a request can either be a get or a post. What can be others, but in our case, mostly a get or a post. All right, we said that in the get, it passes the parameters in the query string. Now, generally, when we use a form to submit data in our web page, that will send a post action to the server, which means that the data that's contained in the form will be a part of the post body actually itself. So we won't parse the query string to get that data. We'll parse the body of the message. All right. So that's what the body parser does. The body parser allows us to easily parse the body of a post message. All right. And what it's going to try and do is extract that data or convert it into a JavaScript object and store it in the request body property for us. All right, so here's an example of that. All right, so of course, in order to use it, don't forget that you always have to npm install it. So you're going to npm install body parser. All right, then you need to require it along with Express, of course. All right, there's our Express app instance. All right, so here we're using body parser URL encoded to encode our URLs to protect us against attacks. All right, and here we're telling it to use the JSON body parser to parse JSON data. All right, now this route, and we know what routes are now. This is a get route. It responds to the root request. All right, and what it's going to do is when we get a request to this application on the root, we're going to construct a form. All right, so we're sending HTML data back to the page here. We're going to construct a form that has a input type for the first name, has an input for the last name, and then a submit button. And notice that the method here is post. So we're simulating, or we're actually creating an HTML form or HTML page that contains a form using the post method to send some data to our client. All right. Now, if they submit the button, then it's of course going to be a post request, and this route is going to kick in. All right. So if they submit, hit the submit button because we said post, it's going to post back to the same route, which is going to be this one this time because it's a post. All right. So here we're going to actually parse the body. All right. All right. So here's our response. We're building our response. We're grabbing from the body the first name, all right, and we're grabbing and logging the entire body here, but we're appending that first name as a part of our form, sending the form back, and then putting a little hello message in there, sending back first to the page, all right, and encoding the type as HTML. All right, so let's take a look at that real quick. All right. I did exactly what I told you not to do. All right. All right, so let's take a look at that root. All right. So we're going to localhost 3000. There's our form. If we submit, notice it grabbed that property off the form body and correctly appended it. So if we go here to the console, we see the entire properties that were grabbed in the form. So that makes it very easy to grab values from a form or a post request by using that middleware. All right, take care.